I'm pretty good at Minecraft. Or, well, that's what I thought. See, on July 19th, after already staying awake for near like 24 hours straight, I decided I wanted to prove that I didn't actually suck at the game I'd been playing for 16 years. Now, how did I want to do that, you may be wondering? What better way than finally beating hardcore Minecraft for the first time? Obviously, beating Minecraft alone wouldn't indicate I was good at the game. Anyone can beat Minecraft given enough time and preparation. Instead, I decided I wanted to beat Minecraft with shared health, while also on hardcore mode. What I didn't know is that this would be one of the worst mistakes I have ever made. Now, let me introduce you to my partner in crime, Blockboy74, otherwise known as Otaku Aiden. You may have seen him before if you've been around my channel, but if not, he's appeared in not just my comment section, but my manhunt videos, and has whipped me in those recordings more times than I'd like to admit. So I would say he's pretty experienced in Minecraft. Now, what I didn't mention is that this guy is an absolute troll. Without spoiling too much, the challenge could have been knocked out in a couple of hours if someone didn't make my life a living hell. But whatever. Seed 1 started out relatively well, if you don't consider us almost killing ourselves to fall damage in the first 30 seconds to make sure the mod worked, and then preceded by me almost losing a battle to Prime Mike Tyson not long after. After a short boat ride, I was then given full permission to go on a murder spree of the locals while my dear friend got us both some gear.
Go, explore, kill stuff. You've got the armor and the weapon. You've got the
Okay.
pants.
Huzzah! Now, from here on, it's a pretty standard run. We found a lava pool when, after a few mini heart attacks of seeing my health go down constantly while I mind my business and cook some food, I found another fortress. This is where I decided to do what is called a fortress first strategy, where speedrunners will tactically decide to go to another fortress first with a shield instead of the bastion if they believe it'll be quicker in the long run, which was totally a tactical decision by me in the moment and not something I'm just saying right now to make me sound way smarter than I actually am when it comes to this video game. Now, what I didn't know is how fast shields actually break on hardcore mode. Like, seriously, why did my shield get annihilated within 5 minutes of blaze killing? Unfortunately, this led to constant harassment by my opponent's fireball spell, and soon after, my demise. 2 mutton and 2 mushroom stew! Alright, so it doesn't matter how much food I have. Run 2 was just genuinely depressing. After a strong start on the first seed, we decided to split up and speed things along. Surely that won't be a terrible idea, right? Now, after a bit of flirting, Sunyin
Yes.
Ring.
See, puppy?
Stumbling over my words, I'm gonna be up for 24 hours and I'm gonna be getting unfathomably angry at you.
Fathomably? Fathomably. There is no M, it's N. Fathomably.
Yep. And story time. I think archery is probably the, one thing I'm probably talented at. And then I just did nothing with it.
Yeah.
Sounds like most things in my life, actually.
Yeah, that's depressing. And relatable, too. Alright.
I found a village where I collected some iron from the golem and got hunted down for lunch money by 3 children. Sorry kids, I have $1.99 in my bank account and I need it more than you do. After that short marathon, I found a ruined portal, where I found a golden apple, a gold chestplate, and some golden tools, followed by yet another village, where I gathered more food and more iron from another golem. Then, after bullying the local children for the way they look, God, you have a ginormous head.
Damn.
I fumbled my crafting and smelted some copper and potatoes, and finally caught back up with Aiden after even more child bullying.
You'll say you're so fat jokes. You have your head's so big jokes. My goodness. He's huge.
Pause.
Okay, well, yeah, no, hold on. Hold on.
We have fun here, apparently. Now, at this point, we decided to go mining in hopes of a lava pool, because there ain't no way in hell we're finding one in a blizzard, and what do you know? Hey, the lava pool. I ended up going AFK for a moment, so let me take the time to tell you that this entire challenge was streamed live on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/holorosco, so if you'd like to see more of these dumb challenges, be sure to go say hi and maybe drop a follow. And maybe, subscribe to this channel too. It has, a little light up effect, I think. I think that's still a thing. Anyway, back to the video. So, Aiden starts to forget how to function when he needs to be entertaining by himself, and fortunately, I come back just in time to save the day. What is unfortunate, though, is the series of events that come after. Aiden gets surrounded by a gang of gentlemen with explosive intent, and after trying to run away, Mario jumps into a hole trying to get away. So, Scene 3, things begin to finally start looking up for us. After splitting up yet again, I make my way to a village and find 3 iron pickaxes. I find that my duo has now left me to my own devices as he decides to have the genius idea to go to the nether butt-ass naked with stone tools and almost zero food. After a short intermission to cook some food and to get myself geared up, I finally begin my own adventure and spend 12 years looking for a lava pool, finding multiple golden apples and some other cool things along the way. And then, after some oddly comedic timing, still no lava pool. Oh hey, a lava pool. I finally find a lava pool and enter the nether, attempting to find Aiden, which I soon do after running a 5k marathon. Aiden is at a bastion, and after some quick pondering of how he's even alive at this point, we begin some piglin trading, murder some brutes, and head out to begin looking for a fortress on our mighty steeds. Now, the next bit of this run is pretty uneventful. We find the fortress, get our rods, and not long after locate the stronghold, in which case we light the portal, and after some prep time we enter the end. Now, this is where the story should end, right? We're both experienced enough to beat the dragon, even on hardcore, despite it being my first time ever doing so. So, why does this video still have plenty of time left? Well, unfortunately for our brave and very stupid heroes, the journey doesn't end here. After breaking all of the crystals, the unthinkable happens. The dragon finally perches, and Aiden dies to an enderman he unknowingly aggroed. Now, at this point we had already been at this for 3 hours, and the lack of sleep was finally starting to get to me. Not to mention already feeling defeated from how close we had just gotten, and run 4 just didn't help. The run started out normal, although pretty quiet, and we found a village and began looking for either a new structure or a lava pool to allow us to continue our progress, and, well, I'm just gonna let this clip play out.
The math there isn't mathing. This has to be the 5th run.
Or you've only died twice.
No, I'm fairly sure I've died 3 times.
But this is the 4th world I've made. Because I've been numbering them as I go.
Yeah, did you miss a number?
No, I would remember hitting the 4 key. Can you stop taking damage? Okay.
There you go.
Well, we're gonna find out now. As for run 5, honestly, I don't really know what to say about this one.
Wait, what did I even die to on the 2nd one? I knew it before we got into what the 3rd one was, which was me dying to fall damage from a creeper.
I could check. Because the spawn is atrocious, I'm willing to just kill myself.
If you want, I guess.
Okay.
I'm a bird. Run 6.
Now, on the other hand, run 6 starts out fine, nothing to complain about. I get food, then iron, and then I begin to start exploring. So run 7 starts out with great vibes from the start.
Are you glad you made the decision to do this?
No. If you even thought I'd be sarcastic about it, no.
Honestly, no, you answered exactly as I expected.
Which then leads me into getting stone tools 5 minutes into the run because I was so distracted by the train. After a whole lot of nothing, we go on the joke run of the century, in which you can finally see my mind begin to slip.
Why did the skeleton go to the ball alone?
Why?
He had no body to go with. What is a skeleton's favorite instrument?
What?
The trombone.
Ah!
Why? Why did the skeleton? Why was the skeleton a bad farmer?
Why?
Because he was calcium deficient.
Oh lord. What the comedian say to the doctor?
What?
Doc, I feel kind of funny.
That's one of my favorites. Why did the cheese cross the road?
Why?
To get to the other side.
I had to spit all over my fucking microphone. I dab into Aiden's stream after comedy hour and spot, in my words, is that a fucking mansion? Surely this goes well, right?
Can't believe you do this to us. Oh,
Guess not. Run 9 starts out in a dark oak biome, and after a quick trip to a buried treasure, I soon find... Oh god, not again. Now, luckily I stopped by a ruined portal first, where I find one of the best things in this run that could help us speed things along. A looting 3 sword. Now my dear viewer, let's play a game. Do I, A, keep the sword and fix the portal with the obsidian I had in my inventory, leaving behind the mansion? B, ignore the portal and dive straight into the mansion for totems? Or C, somehow do both? If you chose C, congratulations. You'd be correct. After breaking the crying obsidian and fixing up the portal, I decided that I want to go into the mansion anyway, even after lighting the portal. I decided to head up to the top of the mansion and eat my enchanted golden apple in case things could go wrong, and surprisingly take down one of the invokers, securing a totem. So, yay! Surely I'll leave, right? Hell no, because why would I play smart in a challenge that I'm already losing my mind in? After throwing hands with some of the mobs, I spot another evoker and jump down to kill it, managing to do so. I quickly leave the room as I notice we're on low health, and then notice I didn't grab the other totem. But it's not like it mattered anyway, because Aiden dies to another Vindicator. Please stop dying to these things! Now, I certainly didn't expect this challenge to make it to double digits, and especially after our third run, but here we are. Unfortunately though, the only cool thing about this run was the number. It wouldn't really matter, since the hive is, like I said, a few updates behind.
Yeah.
What? Run 11 starts with quickly finding a lava pool, then a giant ruined portal, where I get a mending golden sword and enough iron to make a flint and steel. Now, my lovely duo decides to already make a portal, and while he tries to grab flint, I decide to be the gentleman I am and light it for him without him knowing, deciding to let him waste his time because I'm salty about how long this has actually taken. Nice one, me. The second he enters another, he immediately tells me to look at what spawn we got, and wouldn't you know it, it's a fortress. Fuck. Now, you already know how this is gonna go, so let me just play the clip.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Just about to say, it'd be really funny if you just did it.
Oh, it's a tiny steak. A tiny speck. It fell into the hole with me.
Now, if you haven't already noticed by now, there seems to be a pattern with the majority of these runs. The run starts out normally, where we'll get stone tools, then we venture off on our own, where I'll usually end up the one to get a load of food and extra gear, and Aiden will attempt to speedrun the game like he's playing Minecraft speedrunning ranked, attempting to beat the world record the second he spots a lava pool. Then we'll usually die in some stupid way either before the nether, like with the mansions, or during the nether. Aiden. Now, this run follows that exact same pattern as you've seen from the gameplay, except this time Aiden isn't the one attempting to enter first. I am.
Because I don't take it seriously. The only thing that my goal will be is to either mess with you or just have fun, which is usually done by messing with you. So
I hate my life. Okay, this is starting to get a bit ridiculous. Now, surely we will finish this damn challenge on this run, right? Right? This run starts out just as any other. A village, then finding a lava pool, and at this point in time, Aiden and I's friend Philip is on the call, and I love Philip, don't get me wrong. But when he asked to join us on Minecraft when we were doing this challenge, this is all I had to say. Philip, I love you, but genuinely I think if you joined, I would actually blow my shit clean off, and I'm not even joking.
Hey, make me want to play even more.
Yeah, that's not happening. Now, by now you can probably just tell that I'm genuinely not having fun on this challenge, and I've been up I don't even know how long at this point, and my demeanor has entirely shifted from the lighthearted fun I was having at the start to being fully agitated by even the thought of this challenge continuing longer. Unfortunately though, Mama didn't raise a quitter. She just raised a complainer. After entering the portal, I find a fortress, and decide to just wing it by myself. If I was going to be irritated, I was going to be irritated with my own decisions, and not one with a duo. After battling it out with some of the wither skeletons, things were looking up. I was playing it pretty safe, even though I'd taken some hits, and I was managing to keep myself alive relatively well. Sadly though, this run too would be over in a mere couple of moments. Aiden's cat had been wanting attention, and you can never leave your pet without the attention it craves. The timing couldn't have been worse though, as he had to deal with a gas at the time, ending the run due to a couple of fireballs. Now, by this point, I had genuinely just considered giving up. My mental was shot, I was tired, and I knew I would just continue to get more angry at not only myself, but my friend if this challenge kept going. And I didn't want to get angry with him over a stupid Minecraft challenge that I suggested we do on impulse. So I made a deal with myself in silence. This would be my final run, no matter how fast or how long it was. As usual, this run starts out just as any other. I get stone tools, and I get started on looking for a village or any other structure while Aiden ventures off into the ocean. I get enough iron for a shield, a bucket, and flint and steel, then head off too to go into the ocean. Once I finally dock my boat, I manage to come across a lava pool, where I find an enderman, who I kill, then I light the portal. As I enter, I battle a ghast, and then get the light scared out of me by a pigman who falls on top of my head. Now, at this point, I knew if we were going to have a chance of beating this challenge, we'd have to work together. So I head back to the overworld, drop my coordinates, and then wait for Aiden after finding the fortress. Now, the fortress actually goes well for us. We find a blaze spawner, take out a withered skeleton, and then I decide to sit back and chug steak while Aiden constantly fights, securing his blaze rods. I feel like this is the hard part.
What, searching for a structure that we're not going to find?
Searching for a structure that doesn't exist. I more so meant the fortress, honestly. I think the bastion's relatively fine. After a bit of searching, we do not in fact find a bastion, but instead find a warped forest, which allows us to get our pearls in an easier way instead of gambling trades with piglins. Now, if you aren't familiar with why we'd want to trade, or why we wouldn't keep pushing for the bastion, let me explain a bit. In Minecraft speedrunning, the best and ideal version is 1.16.1. which has better pearl trades with piglins. Not quite dream level look, but for sure better than the version we're playing on, which is 26.1.1. So, keeping this in mind, this means that if we go to a warped forest and just kill endermen instead of trying to, trade with piglins, we'll have a better chance of getting pearls quicker as long as our just luck is better. Which, funnily enough, after 15 minutes of trying to find endermen and Aiden having terrible luck with the pearls, we spend another 5 minutes trying to find our portal again, and then finally exit the nether. We begin heading to the location of the stronghold, stopping briefly to gear back up to at least stone tools again before digging down, finding a mine shaft on the way, which, after a small bit of exploring, is right next to the stronghold. This is it. The final stretch. Now, at this point, I'm nervous. I know if we don't kill the dragon quickly, our chances of dying just continue to grow. All it takes is one enderman to ruin our run like before, and I'll follow through on my promise to myself to get off and go to sleep, with a possibility of not coming back to this challenge. So, my thought process is this. One cycle the dragon. Now, if you don't know what one cycling is, it's a term used in speedrunning where you set up beds in the center of the island at the fountain. Then, once the dragon perches, you time each bed to deal damage, typically killing the dragon with 5 or 6 beds if you have it down. Now, the only issue with this plan is I've never one cycled before, nor have I even tried to. So, what better way to learn than to try and do it now with everything on the line, am I right? We get some final gear and a load of beds thanks to the string in the library and the neighboring mineshaft, leaving me with 9 beds, more than enough to one cycle. Now it's time to enter the end and finally attempt to beat this challenge. Yeah, so the fight doesn't start out strong. I set up obsidian in the center for the one cycle, and as I run away to wait for the perch, I start getting bullied by 2 endermen. Not exactly how I wanted things to start, but oh well. I guess it's karma for making fun of that kid's head earlier in the video. Unfortunately, my fight with the natives lasts longer than I like to admit, but we're soon back in the fight. Now, you may be wondering, Hollow, if you're gonna one cycle, what's Aiden gonna do? Well, my dear viewer, Aiden is attempting Plan B. Break all of the crystals in case I fail the one cycle. Then it happens. The dragon perches. It's time. I sprint to the fountain and place my bed. And then Yeah, I failed it. Yep, unlucky. I forgot to pick block the bed once I placed it, leaving me to look like an idiot standing in the center. As I go over that aloud, though, the dragon dives at me, throwing me to the air, and luckily I saved myself on the pillar with my water bucket. When the dragon finally perches again, I hit the first bed, pick blocking the second to my hotbar as I do so. But unfortunately, I'm an idiot, keep activating my shield instead of placing the bed, leading the dragon to come down awkwardly. Cope. And I fail the one cycle again. Now, at this point, all the crystals are broken, and we could easily just kill the dragon with our swords and axes, but I'm stubborn, leading me to try it yet again with the beds, and to my own credit, I get the dragon down to half health with 2 beds, and even less with my axe afterwards. This is sad. The fact I fumbled this many times.
I wasn't really thinking that specifically. I was just thinking ours, this whole 7-hour endeavor in general.
Yeah. As much as I'd love to say I finished this off with the beds in my inventory, that isn't what happened. The dragon perched, and just like any other dragon fight, it died to our melee weapons. Afterwards, I was left with a sense of melancholy and, I guess, relief, rather than achievement. Like, yeah, we did it. We did what we set out to do, but it wasn't a grand fight, and there were barely any moments where we should have died, even throughout the whole run. So was that it? All of our effort with not much feeling of achievement afterwards? Yeah, I guess so. I wish I had some big message about not giving up, but I genuinely don't think that's the biggest message I got from this. The challenge could have ended earlier if we locked in and tried our hardest, but that's not why we did it. If I wanted to try at something, I would go back to Skywars or even open up Valorant and play ranked, but I didn't. I did this challenge to have fun with my friend, and even if he was annoying at times or really made me agitated, it was fun. So if I had a message to share because of this experience, it would be to try and find something light, even in the hardest of challenges. Because that's what you'll look back on most. The journey, not the destination. Even if it is a pain to get there. I'm looking at you, Aiden. I know you're watching this. With that all being said, though, I hope you enjoyed this journey of mine, and if you'd like to see anything else relating to this kind of challenge, be sure to let me know in the comments below. As I said earlier, all of this was streamed live on Twitch, and if you'd like to come hang out, I do play some Valorant and play some Minecraft also as well. So I hope you'll stop by. Thank you for watching.